We cannot bring it back into its original. The burnt paper, the burnt matches, we cannot bring it back to its original form because it is non-reversible. So the best examples in chemical change are rust in irons, burned object, spoiled food. Just like the spoiled food, like a spoiled apple. For example, a spoiled apple. We we cannot change that because it is non-reversible. It is already spoiled. That's it. So, shall we shall we move on to our next topic? I mean, next example of physical and chemical change. Okay. So, according to my research, it says that I'll read it for you. When we say physical change, the internal makes up the molecules and it stays the same even after the change. Only its form changes, only the form, the external, okay? The internal makes up the object. Just like the paper I turn into pieces, only the size and shape change, but not its internal component. Physical change is also called reversible change, wherein the resulting element can be opposite in the object before. Changes that can be reversed. So take a look at this picture. Here, the solid liquid water. Do you think the ice, what properties the ice? Very good. It is solid and it is reversible, right? It is one of the best example of physical change. The the ice turns into water, into liquid and water. It turns into that. And when it freezes, it turns into solid. It turns into ice. That is why it is reversible. Physical change is reversible. Am I understood? Very good. I can see that you are interested in our lessons for today. Okay, so let's move on to the broader to the broader explanation of chemical change. I'll read it for you. When we say chemical change, the internal makeup molecules of the object changes. The internal changes, okay? Unlike a physical change, chemical changes cannot be reversed. That is why it is called non-reversible. Changes that cannot be reversed are called non-reversible change. We cannot bring it back to its original form. Every day, we experience chemical change in many things around us. How about you? What have you noticed to the burned matches from the activity? Very good. It became ashes when lighted. The color is different to the original and its texture is rougher, right? Think of the dry wood. Sorry for the interruption. I just badly need to sneeze. So, coming back, let us imagine the things around us. For example, imagine that a dry wood in the fireplace. When we light the wood up, it burns gently, and after a while, it turns into ashes. As it burns, it produces heat, light, and smokes which escapes through the air. The heat Light, fire, and smoke are all good characteristics of chemical reaction, which results in a completely new matter, ashes. Note that the ashes from the burning wood have an entirely new molecular composition. It can never be turned back into the wood again, right? Okay, for you to understand me, I will show you another pictures and examples of chemical and physical change. Okay, class, so what do you think are this? An ice cube that melts and an ice cream that is melting. What do you think this is? Come closer. I'll repeat. An ice cube melting into water and an ice cream that melts. What do you think it is? Is it a physical change or chemical change? Very good. These two examples are an example of physical change. Why? Because it is reversible, just like what I am saying many times, that an ice cube that is melting into water can be ice again if it freezes. And an ice cream that is melting can be reversible too. It can freezes. It can come back to its original identity, in its original form. So it is because the ice is only changing in size, shape, or state. Even if it's melted, even if it's a melted ice cream, it is still an ice cream, even if it melts. The next one is what do you think about this? Is it chemical or physical change? A cooked egg and a burned paper. What do you think it is? Physical change or chemical change? Very good. These two are an example of chemical change. Why? Because it cannot come back to its original place. I mean, to its original identity, to its original form. Because an egg that is cooked, right? It cannot turn for example, a sunny side up or a scrambled egg. It cannot turn back into an egg like the big circle egg, right? And the burned paper, if you burned it, it turns into ashes. It doesn't turn into paper again. It turns into ashes. It doesn't come back to its original form, right? Very good. Am I very well understood? Very good, class. So, let us move on again. So, let me ask you, who can give me another example of physical change? Physical change, okay? Very good. Blended fruits. Anything else? Wonderful. Crumpled paper. Correct. So how about chemical change? What do you think are other examples of chemical change? Very good. Spoiled milk. Anything else? Digesting food. Correct. Okay, class, give yourself a round of applause. I will read the next activity. I have here an activity that you will be answering together with your groups. You will go in front one by one to give examples on the following changes we tackled. Alternately, give example on the physical and chemical change. Am I understood? Okay, so once again, go to your group and settle down. Settle down, class, okay? We will be having another activities as I have explained that you will give me examples one by one of physical and chemical change. Okay? So go back to your group and settle down. I'll just clean this up. I'll just manage this and we'll start. Okay? Settle down. Very good. That was fast. That was quick. Okay. So group 1 is assigned to do the physical change. They got all the answers correct. The chemical change got group 2 and they also got the complete and correct answers for chemical change. Okay, class, I know that you have learned a lot and I hope that you will still remember it because chemical change and physical change can be one of the most important that we can adopt into our life. Okay? I suppose all the things are understood. If there's no question, right now, get your notebook and we will answer a sit work. Okay? I just post the sit work. So coming back, this is the activity or sit work that I am talking about. You have 5 minutes to answer these questions. Time is up. I will read it. Direction. Analyze the following changes in the matter. If the change in matter is physical change, put the letter P and C. And if it's chemical change, put the letter C and C. Write your answer in the space provided before the number. So number 1, a spoiled food. What do you think is it? Is it physical change or chemical change? Number 2, tear paper. Number 3, water into ice. 4, burned wood. Number 5, logs into wood chip. Number 6, ignited matches. Number 7, rust in irons. Number 8, cut garment. Number 9, dried leaves. Number 10, sliced fruits. Okay, exchange your papers. Time's up.